Tip number 1, farming materials in shipments bring in currency, while ore and smelted ore, or bars, bring in equipment and other goods. In short, if you want to get a lot of currency your way, make sure you're maxing out your production there in the fields. If you just want raw equipment and the chance at awesome rolled gear, uniques and the like, make sure that you are smelting ore and sending raw materials to your trade partners. Tip number 2, super simple. You can type /Kingsmarch while in town or in a hideout to instantly transport to Kingsmarch. This is very useful if you need to get to the place super fast and far easier than going to the waypoint or something like that. You can actually do this for a variety of areas in game, including /hideout to go directly to your hideout from town. If you didn't know that, well, there's an extra tip for you. Tip number 3, you can invite Johan to your hideout to manage your town from there. You don't have to go to Kingsmarch. You can even add gold to your vault in your hideout without needing to go to Kingsmarch because the King's Hand, Johan, is right there with you. Tip number 4, shipping the preferred items to trade partners will make the shipment value rise drastically, which will increase the item quantity and rarity in addition to some other spicy things. Adding dust on top of this, the preferred items, is a trade multiplier. If you add dust, you'll get higher item level items, and their modifiers will be of higher tiers. Tip number 5, don't buy generalists, buy specialists. You don't want to buy someone who is level 5 in mining and level 5 in farming, or level 4 in shipping and level 6 in smelting. You want to get people who are tier 6 in everything. The tier 6 step up is drastic. So that is your first goal in maxing out your town. You want to get everybody level 6 with the lowest wages possible, because even though they're level 6, their wages can vary drastically. So that's a little bit of the game here. You want to make sure you have level 6 workers and that their wages are as low as possible. And I know this is a wild thing to say, but it's a video game. So we want to make sure we are min-maxing our various currency outputs and maximizing our currency inputs. Tip number 6, ABS or abs. Always be smelting. Smelting ore is probably the most valuable thing that you can do because in late game, when shipments to certain settlements require these smelted ores, these bars, they are the key to getting massive trade partners and shipments your way. So make sure that you have a surplus of these smelted ores and make sure you have people always smelting so you can get those juicy trades coming in. Tip number 7, if you put a worker who doesn't have a level in a certain proficiency, like if you put a miner in the farm, no matter what level of mining they are, they can be level 6, they will be working as a level 1 miner in the farm. They can be level 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, even 1, they will always be level 1. So you don't want to do that. You want to focus on getting the perfect people for each of the specialties in Kingsmarch. Tip number 7, what you trade matters, okay? What resources you send to each of your trade partners and which cities you use also matters. We don't know the exacts on this yet, so I don't want to say the exacts, but it seems like depending on which port you trade with and which materials you use, you will get different items. For example, like I said at the top, if you trade farming materials to certain places, you will get currency in return. And if you trade ores or bars to various trading ports, you will get equipment in return. Well, it seems like some areas are biased toward certain different equipment types, like melee, like range, spellcasting, and so on and so forth. Once we get official confirmation on what exactly these are, when I get really into it, I will bring an updated video your way. Tip number 9 is always making sure that your treasury is full. You need to make sure that gold is in there, otherwise your workers will stop working. This is vital. You need to make sure Johan is in your hideout. You need to make sure that you're offloading a lot of your gold there. And you need to be careful when spending said gold on town upgrades, because if you don't have the available gold in your inventory, it will pull from the treasury and therefore pull from the wages of your workers. This is a mistake I'm seeing a lot of people making right now. They're buying upgrades to the various places throughout Kingsmarch, or they're buying upgrades for the town, or they're buying new workers, and they don't have the sufficient gold in their inventory, so it's pulled directly from the treasury, and then people are confused why their workers stop working. Well, it's because you're using the gold that you wanted to use to pay your workers for the big upgrades. So make sure you have a constant flow of gold going to the treasury there. Don't forget about it, otherwise everything in your town will stop. Extra for fun, tip number 10, make sure you herd the chickens at least once. It's fun. Chill, herd the chickens. It's like pet the cat, herd the chickens in Path of Exile, and have a wonderful time in PoE 3.25 Settlers of Kalguur. Editing and post-try here, I just had to bring up ZiggyD just released a spreadsheet or a sheet that outlines a lot of awesome tips beyond these. So it's on screen now. The link to it is below. Check it out. He lays it out very well. It's very concise. And if you are more visual rather than watching a video and listening to me talk about it, you can take a look at them right here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this style of content, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to support future Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2 videos. I'm trying to grow this channel to 25,000 subscribers and beyond and really make something awesome happen in the lead up to PoE 2. I could use your support in doing so. Thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Talkative, my fellow exiles.